Hey friends, welcome back to another video. Will here, Chicago-based flight attendant. It's been almost a month since the last time that I worked. I haven't catched a break. I honestly thought that June was going to be the best month. I had vacation. I had all the days off I wanted. It was graduation. And the minute I got home, as you guys know, everything just went downhill and things just kept happening, and it was just, everything was a mess. So sit back, get something to drink. I'm under medication, so I can only drink water, but if you want to drink something else, go ahead and do that. Welcome back to the vlog. So the last thing that you guys saw was that I was in Puerto Rico and I had the COVIDs, and then I tested negative for the COVIDs, and then a few days after that was my graduation. Things surprisingly went well for my graduation, you know. It was just an awesome time. I was able to go to my ceremony, which was in San Juan, Puerto Rico, and you know, my dad was with me, my girlfriend, my mom, my aunt, and it was just a very special moment. As you guys can see up there, you know, it was such a rewarding moment for me because I had been waiting 3 years, and you know, so many ups and downs, and wanting to quit, which is something that you guys did not know. But you know, being a full-time student and having a full-time job is not easy. But overall, I'm glad I did not quit, and I'm glad that, you know, I was able to celebrate that moment with my loved ones. Shortly after that, I was supposed to go on a trip to Punta Cana because I didn't know if I was allowed to travel or not. You know, I had some days and there was just some differences with the days. You know, I reached out to my friends and I was like, hey, you know, I don't think I'm gonna be able to travel. But then when I found out that I was good and cleared to travel, we had already canceled the flights, and I was like, you know what, it is what it is. So Punta Cana ended up not happening. So finally get back to Chicago. Now fast forward, I was in Puerto Rico for 2 full weeks. Today is Thursday, June 30th. I came to Chicago on Monday, June 27th. So about 4 days ago. I was feeling fantastic. I was supposed to start a 5-day reserve block on the 28th, so Tuesday until Saturday, and you know, landed in Chicago about 8 a.m. Jespa went to the airport to pick me up, so I was hanging out in the crew room, got to see awesome flight attendant friends. Long story short, that same morning I see that there was a 3-day trip on the trade board. If that trip is still there on the aggressive bid open time, by the time aggressive bidding opens, I'm gonna bid for this trip. So I bid for the trip, I get the trip, right? And I'm, you know, getting ready, meal prepping, doing my thing. Now I haven't worked in 3 weeks, so I was like super excited for that. And, you know, like I said, I get the trip, I have everything ready. I wake up a Tuesday morning around 2:37 a.m. feeling like I couldn't breathe, like my entire body hurt. I was coughing, I had shortness of breath, I had chest pain, my my resting heart rate was like 120. I was getting notifications from my Apple Watch, and then my fever was like 102. Out of nowhere, I woke up like that. And you know, you never want to call out because you don't want to get points, but I was also like, how am I supposed to be on a flight, you know? And that first day we were doing Chicago, Punta Cana, Miami, I was like, there's no way I'm gonna survive a 5-hour flight to the Dominican Republic to then work another flight, and then my layover was only like 10 hours. And then the next day we were doing Jamaica, and you know, even though our layover was longer, the last day, which was today, we were doing Punta Cana again and then Chicago, and I was like, there's no way I'm gonna survive. So long story short, I ended up calling crew scheduling, and I had to call out for the entire reserve block. And I was mad because I hate calling out unless I'm genuinely sick, which I was. I just don't like to call out. So I took some medication that I had at home. I was like sweating. It was awful. And that same day, around 2 o'clock, I ended up going to the hospital. I just couldn't walk. I couldn't do anything. You know, the symptoms, you know, were there. I could barely move. I spent probably like 10 hours at the hospital. And after different medications, different labs that they ran, and all that, they were able to bring my fever down. My blood pressure was a lot lower than it was when I got there, and everything came back good. I got tested for COVID. I got all these other tests too. They did a respiratory panel, I think that's what it's called, and they did a CBC. They did all sorts of exams, and everything came back good. So we're still trying to figure it out, like what was it. The only thing that I'm really struggling with is my throat, which I don't know why I've been talking this long, because it really hurts. That's pretty much my life. I've been sick half of the month, canceling trips, not being able to go to work, and honestly I've been dreading making this video because this is not what I signed up to do. I didn't sign up to do sit down videos. Like, I signed up to go on adventures, go on flights, talk to you guys about the flight attendant life, and I get it, I'm just being hard on myself. Like, these things happen, but I'm just annoyed because I was so excited to go on this trip. I was like, I'm gonna work a 3-day trip, then I'm gonna come back home, and I'm gonna have 2 more days on reserve, and then I'm supposed to go on a cruise on Sunday, which I was like low-key scared too, because I was like, what if I don't get better by the time I'm supposed to go to the cruise? That's what's been happening. So my reserve block was supposed to end this Saturday, and then I have 6 days off, and then I go back on call next Friday. So it'll be an entire month before I can even get called to do airport standby. And I'm just low-key sad. I don't think I've ever enjoyed doing a job so much, like being a flight attendant, and it's upsetting, the fact that I cannot work. We're not gonna have flight attendant content this Sunday, and I apologize for that, but it's just been out of my control. And I'm upset because I want to fly. At the end of the day, like, I do have to take care of myself too, because I know that I was pushing myself, like not sleeping a lot and then just really working a lot too. So hopefully I will be better, in the next couple of days. Like I said, I'm feeling a lot better. It's just my throat that's still bothering me. They did a strep throat swab, and it came back negative too. So I don't know. But yeah, guys, I've been sick and at home and not traveling and not doing anything. I couldn't even do leisure travel. That's insane. But yeah, so if everything goes according to plan, hopefully July is a lot better. I'm supposed to go on a cruise, a 5-day cruise on Sunday to the Bahamas. I've never been to the Bahamas in my life. I guess I worked that Nassau turn not that long ago, but that doesn't really count. So yeah, we're going for 5 days. I'm even afraid to like start packing and all that, because I'm like, watch me, the second I start packing, something's gonna happen. But I can't have that mentality either. Everything's gonna be good, everything's gonna be fine. So yeah, I thought I came here to give you guys an update. Hopefully, I can get back on the sky soon. I really miss it, and I miss doing flight attendant vlogs. I miss, going on 3-day trips, not 4-day trips, but I miss just really being in the sky, greeting, passengers, and just doing service and going to cool places, just seeing the sky, man. It's just, thank you so much for those of you guys that have been wishing me well on social media. Last announcement, if you guys haven't noticed, I officially changed my social media handles and also my YouTube channel name to Will Inflight. I think I wanted to do something more a little related to traveling, not specifically to like flight attendant, in case one day I decide to do something else. You can find me on TikTok, Instagram, Will Inflight. Luckily the usernames were available, because sometimes when you try to like rebrand and stuff like that, if you don't have the usernames available, it's kind of like tricky. But I've updated everything everywhere, and if you haven't followed me on social media, what are you doing? And normally when I go on trips or I'm doing other stuff, I normally post stories daily. Head on over to my social media. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for you guys' support on this journey. Even though I'm sick, I truly appreciate it. If you enjoy this update, please give it a big old thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you next week on another another vlog, and hopefully it's gonna be me in the Bahamas drinking and having the best time, making up for the time that I couldn't do anything during June. So take care, and I'll see you next week.